Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Joyful Finding Show. This beautiful August 2nd of 2024. Yes, it's August already. Time is just flying on by. We just can't keep up with it all. Oh, I know it's Friday already. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Ruth over there on YouTube. Hello, Richard over on Rumble. Thank you all for joining me. Those are the names I see so far. So if you're out there, please drop your name in the chat. Let's say hello to each other. Yes, to comment on Rumble, there's the directions. BitChute as well. So then, woo woo, and on X as well. We're all over the place live, and I appreciate wherever you guys are joining in from whatever state or country or wherever you might be residing or vacationing, because I feel like a lot of people are on the move. A lot of vacationing's happening right now, getting ready to go back to school. School starts up here in August. It's coming up pretty quick since we're in August right now. It's like summer was just like a blip, gone. Even though it's still summertime, right? It's still summer until September, whatever it is. And it's been a pretty hot summer. How are you guys doing? They keep showing me a map. It's hot everywhere. Are you guys feeling the hotness everywhere? What's your weather been like? We're expecting a tropical storm this coming weekend, but that's kind of like a given in Florida. So we're just going to roll with it. Hey, Lenka, so glad you could be here as well. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a storm rolling in, but that's all right. We can still use the rain. But anyways, it's all good. What are you guys feeling out there? What's the weather like been where you are? What have you been feeling? What have you been tapping into? What answers have been flowing in front of you? What kind of new opportunities and things of those sorts have been happening for you? I'm just figuring in all these things out. There's a lot going on all at once. It's hard to keep track. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, Robert. Yes, when I get to messages, I'll be glad to give everyone messages this evening. Absolutely. There's lots of messages. And then I want you guys to think about this. Those of you that are wanting a message this evening, right, that are looking for an answer to something or looking for what is that? What is that you're looking for? What is that? What is it that you think that you need to hear? Or the question that you want answered? You know what I mean? What is it that you need in your personal experience right now that's going to enliven you and create more, right? Because we're in this like transitional period, right? It's like this wavy energy. It's kind of like rocking back and forth. You know what I mean? It's like it's being pulled in all these different directions. Kind of reminds me of dough right now as I'm doing this, and I don't know why, but dough. But anyways, there's all this pulling back and forth going on, right? There's all this stretching, and it's right, and it's in our mind, it's our bodies, our soul, like the whole, like everything is just kind of like, in this transformational time, right? Everything's like, I don't even know how to describe what I'm saying to you, but that's the best way I can describe it. So you guys are in the process and have been in the process of finding out who you are as your higher self, right? Your in tune self. Like, who is my connection to God? What am I doing here? What is my purpose here? Those might be some of the questions that you guys actually have today, and then pay attention. I want you to listen to all that I say when I'm just chatting right now, and even when I'm giving messages to others. If it resonates with you, it's for you, okay? All of these angels, guides, loved ones, God gives you the message so that you know that it's for you. It may not be directly at you, but it's for you because you're going to feel it. It's like last night I had a lovely chat with an old friend, and we traded our services with each other, and it was nice to see, because he's into astrology, so we pulled up my astrology chart and all that stuff, and I don't really pay much attention to, but it's great to like tap in every once in a while and see what the update is. And I just like that it validated a lot of things that I already knew about myself and the things that were coming in my future. Okay, so it really just validated a few things for me. Okay, and sometimes that is what you need to empower you to go more. So, what is it that you need right now to empower you? Right? What is still taking your power away? Because we still sometimes are just like these little octopuses, and all that energy is being flown out to something else, a project, a person, a situation. It could be anything. So just think about those things. Just think about these things as I'm talking this evening. And then we're going to talk about some healing too, because there's a lot of things going on right now. And I don't know what's going around or whatever, but everybody needs to like bring up their energy, right? So bring it from the floor up. That's what I'm seeing right now, from the floor up. And then let's meet in the middle so that we are like this cone of energy. What is above is so below, right? So we want our higher self to kind of like work on this lower self so that we don't feel, maybe people are feeling drained lately. Maybe they have tough decisions they have to make. It's there's a lot of varying things that people could be experiencing right now. It could be, the groceries that you need to buy or whatever, getting the kids ready to go to school, whatever it is, ending, beginning relationships, whatever, it could be anything. But anyways, there's all this energy going back and forth, and now is our time to like go get into this like change, right? It's kind of like oh man, I wish I had words for some of the things that I see, you guys. Okay, so anyways, the energy is going back and forth. We need to find our balance, right? And balance is like our connection to God, our spirit, our source, whatever word you want to give that. It's like being in alignment, right? And when you're in alignment, it feels right, right? So how many of you out there are in alignment or feel like you're in alignment with everything that's going on right now? Or some of you may feel like you're like way ahead of the pack, you know what I mean? And you're like waiting for everyone else to catch up. Sometimes I do feel like that, to be honest. I'm like, all right, let's go. Woo! I know what's coming. But I have to do everything in divine time. It's not my timing, because me as an Aries, I can be impatient sometimes. I try not to be, though. I try to be very in balance and calm about things. I've had to learn a lot of those lessons in this lifetime. So many of you have as well. As we get older, we get smarter. Hello, Devin. So glad you could be here as well. So glad you guys are all tapping in. All right. Robin is over there as well. Thank you guys for being over there on Rumble. I don't know if any of you are on BitChute or X out there. If you are, drop your name in the chat so we know that you're out there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this time and this space and everything that we're experiencing right now, because great change is on the way. It's been on the way. It's been like a roller coaster ride. And, we're getting to the last loop-de-loops, the last woo, woo, woo. And then we're ready to like start new. But we're in the process of doing that now because the old structures are falling, right? They're just like collapsing within themselves, imploding, should we say. And then we are all like picking up some of the pieces around it of things that still need to be in of existence, and then creating that. And it's about truly finding what your passion is. If your passion is cooking, sewing, being of assistance to other people, whatever it might be, being a podcast host, whatever, it could be anything that you desire. Step into your joy. Allow yourself to step into that joy without fear, okay? Because we will be provided for in our joy, okay? That's something I want you guys to tap into and feel into, okay? Feel into that. Feel into that. All right, let's see what else we got for you guys, because I feel like there's lots of energy going on. Is this like bringing up any thoughts or questions? I mean, what are you guys feeling out there right now? Because I feel like I'm feeling a little bit of everything. Let's talk about that healing, because I did start saying that, and then I totally went off the ramp there. Let's talk about some healing energy for everybody on the earth plane. Okay, everybody that's here on this earth, right? Let's send out this beautiful blanket of healing. You know, imagine you're throwing like a baseball of energy as far as you can, as far as you can. And as it's going, it's breaking off into all these little sparkles, right? It's breaking on off into all these little energy particles, and they're going across the land. And by all of us being connected right now, we're making, you know, all these different connections with that energy. So you can stand in your living room and throw them in every direction, you know, north, east, west, whatever way you want to. Their energy knows where to go. But in this energy sparkles that are going out through all these energy balls that we just sent out there is going through as waves of healing, allowing people to heal whatever they are desiring to heal within themselves. They have to desire it within themselves to heal whatever it is, whether it's past traumas, physical, whatever they might be feeling right now. It's up to the person to allow themselves to go through the healing process so that they can feel whole again. Right? Isn't that so important for us to feel whole again? Right? There's always been parts missing. You know what I mean? So now it's about us, you know, really just putting all that energy out there and allowing everybody to just heal in whatever process they're in right now. Let them find themselves in, you know, whatever bliss they need to find so that they can go through the healing or get the answers they need for the healing to take place. You know, because sometimes we search and search and search and search, and then sometimes we still never find it. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Um, but sooner or later, God will put those answers in front of you. And us as a collective, putting out all this healing, because there's a lot of healing that needs to take place on so many different levels, on so many different people, you know. And I guess that, you know, those little sparkles that are being thrown around kind of remind me of, you know, maybe fairy dust. You know what I mean? Someone needs to clear out their throat out there. So that's part of that healing that needs to take place. Allowing that to heal, okay? Allowing the words out, allowing the song, allowing your vibration to flow out of your mouth through the throat, right? The air, everything that needs to come out and be expressed, okay? And it's time. It's time for that. That's a little better. So all this energy that's going out to all the land, it's healing whatever the person needs to heal, as long as they're wanting to heal. If they want to heal, let the miracles take place. Let them really take place. Let them take place for the people on this beautiful earth, right? So we'll send out all that healing in every which direction, okay? And save some for yourself. Allow yourself to absorb in some of that healing too, because this earth process that we go through is very compressing sometimes. And I don't mean depressing, I mean compressing. Like, it's like there are so many things that come at us all the time that, you know, I feel like we're being compressed into these little, you know, things. And I feel like we need to expand out that energy, right? Because sometimes we block that. So we want that energy to go out and go far, right? We want it to go out and go far. We want everyone to experience our light when we walk into a grocery store, or we're driving down the street, or whatever it might be, or whatever interactions we might have with others. Okay. Woo! Fairies. Oh my God, Robin, laughed my ass off. What are you guys talking at over there? I should look at some of these comments. You guys are all saying hello to you guys. I love you guys over there on YouTube. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Love you guys. All right. Yes. All right. I love you guys so much. You guys are the best. Barbara says, I have a question. Is Christ consciousness the same or different from the Holy Spirit energy? Well, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever been presented with that one. Well, Christ consciousness would be all of the above, I believe, right? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, or the Holy Spirit, right? They're all connected. They're all interwoven. And we had Christ on earth. So that's where Christ consciousness is like, we're Christ-like on earth plane. I hope this makes sense. But they're all connected. We're all connected. And that's just one of the verbiages that we use on the earth plane, right? Think about that. Like the words that have been chosen and used over and over again, right? To create something, right? So I think that when I started using Christ consciousness is when it's like of a higher realm consciousness than what our human allows, right? And then as the collective, right? The collective is all like collecting in together because you can see it now. If you're looking out on I hope that explains that, Barbara. I really do because I'm not good at this stuff. But it's like if you look out at your social media now, you'll see much more people are coming to the spiritual side or even to the religious side, right? They might be finding God. They might be finding Jesus. They may be converting from whatever religion they were or whatever. But more people are like seeing the light, right? So I guess that's kind of like the Christ consciousness that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, boop, boop. All right. Hello, Jamie over there on Rumble. Thank you for joining us as well. Glad you could be here. Have a good night, Richard, at work. The fairies are following you into work to spread some healing around the office or the building or wherever you're going. Yes, I understand for sure. Thank you. You're welcome. Because sometimes I just rattle things off and I'm not sure what the hell I'm talking about, but Spirit knows. My human doesn't always know. Sometimes I still get into fights with myself about things. I'm like, I want it Melissa's way rather than the way that I know it shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? I think sometimes, we get into little dukes with ourselves. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But thank you for that question. That was a really good question, Barbara, because there's a lot of things that are going on. And if you listen to people, a lot of times they'll use words that, okay, so this is what I've learned about our English language a lot. Our words have so many different meanings, right? And they get used and abused, okay? So we have to be mindful of the words that we're using. I don't know where I'm going with all that, but we need to be mindful of the words that we're using, okay? Think about them and look them up because sometimes you think one word means something and it has several meanings and you're like, when did it get that meaning? You know what I mean? So again, that's what I mean about discernment. Even the words that we've been taught have been switched a little bit. So definitely pay attention to some of the words that we may be using over and over again because they create things that we don't want. Okay. They create things that we don't want. Okay. So, and we want to create more of what we do want. We want to create more for our communities and more joy and more happiness, we just want to create more of that in this timeline, okay? And like I said, the old structures are falling. That's why it's very important that you guys are very involved. And I don't know why I'm getting the throat thing with this, but you need to be very involved with the decisions that are being made in your community. So pay attention to your local school boards, what's going on in your county commissions or your city commissions or whoever's in control. Whoever is in control right now, you need to be watching them like a hawk or like an eagle. Let's be an eagle instead. Let's watch them like an eagle and make sure that they're doing right by the people. Okay, because we're not putting up with this anymore. That we've been through this for too long now, and that's part of the change in the structures that are falling apart right now because we're paying attention. Before, a lot of people, even myself, were complacent, weren't paying attention until God smacked me upside the head and said, yo, you need to be paying attention. You need to pay attention right now and start learning. And then that's when I remembered we never, ever, 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 ever stop learning. We're always in a constant learn mode. There's always an experience to learn from, people to learn from, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but we got this, people. We are on, it's like I said, we're like on the roller coaster and we only have a couple more loop-de-loops to go before we can get off this crazy ride. And then it's like creating magic. Okay. But in the meantime, even while we're on this roller coaster from wherever it came from, you are still in the ability to create out of the box that you have created for yourself or that had been created for you. Okay. It's time to really think outside the box. Okay. Outside the box. Okay. Because we always try to stay in these boxes and we're just not being contained in boxes anymore. Yeah, we want to be round or triangle, whatever, you know what I mean? But we're not being stuck in these boxes anymore. We're going to expand outside of them because there's a lot for us to be creating in this lifetime. A lot of you, that is the purpose that you've been put on this earth, is for this perfect time that it is right now. And I can't even believe I used the word perfect because it doesn't feel perfect. But everything is perfect in God's eyes, right? Even though when we screw up, we learn from it. We show him or her, whatever you guys want to use. Then we show how we change, right? How do we recognize how we've changed through the years? Look at yourself through the years. Look, you might have been like wild and crazy, you know, in your 20s and maybe even into your early 30s or whatever. And then you might go, oh, it might be time to grow up or whatever, you know what I mean? Or whatever like that. So, but anyways, it doesn't matter. Whatever you've experienced, you were supposed to experience, you were supposed to learn from it, and you were supposed to help others through some similar situations. Okay, because we always end up helping people that are very similar to us. Okay, it's like we experience that so we could help someone else experience that. And a lot of you out there, a lot of you, almost every single one of you, and I don't know all of you that are out there because not all of you have said hello, but those of you that are even catching this on the replays later or wherever you catch my show, thank you for one. But you guys are spiritual warriors. You guys are awakening and opening up to your purpose at the divine time that you were supposed to. Yeah, we don't know it all. There's still a lot for us to learn, but you have awoken to your higher being, your higher self, your higher energy, right? Because this energy on earth can be so low and so time consuming or whatever it might be. And we've broken free from that. That was like the muck, right? And we've broken free from that. We're kind of like that fairy dust I was talking about earlier, you know, and we're just kind of like floating around, you know what I mean? We're just kind of like floating back and forth above all the density, right? And we're building above that. We're building above that density. So like those like, you know, like in 2020, like I said, you know, we've had to break down everything down to our foundation, right? We had to come back to our foundation because what we've built had not been what we truly believed it was. So now it's like, now that we're at the ground floor, right? And in those last 4 years since 2020, there's really been a lot of things that you've changed about yourself, the things that you believed and changed. Just, it's been phenomenal, right? And now we've been building. And I don't know why I always use a building, but we do. We're building a building, right? And we have elevators, so we're going up all the floors. And now it's like you guys have gotten into this mode where it's getting easier and easier and easier to get to this top where you've created this beautiful penthouse where you can look around and see everything that you've accomplished, and everything that was demolished has now turned to gold and beautiful colors, and is being like, and this is like everybody gets to experience this. This is not just one person. This is all of us as that collective are going to get to experience this. And you're going to continue to create joy out of the things that you want to do, not the stuff that you feel like you have to do. Okay, so there's going to be some shifting and changing in the way that we do things and the way that we respond to things. And we're in the process of that transition right now. So many of you are rocking it out of the park and are going to continue to do that. So yay, you. Thank you for getting this far, because it hasn't always been easy. It has not always been the easiest road to follow. But it will become easier. I do promise that in the future. But you have to trust yourself. You have to have that connection to God. You have to connect it into yourself, right? So imagine this in your heart chakra. And I don't know who that's bothering that I'm saying that to you, but I feel like all this in that heart chakra area, I feel some stuff going on for you right now. So it's probably, take a deep breath, release that heavy weight that might be sitting there, right? Release all that energy that might be sitting on the shoulders, or even on your mind. Release that energy that might be sitting on your mind that's repeating the same blah, la, 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 la all over again. That doesn't need to be there, right? See yourself as this fluffy energy that's just sparkling all over the place. Your skin is all sparkly. You're feeling in peace in yourself. Just feel, be energy, create what it is that brings you joy. And if you don't know yet, it's okay. You're going to find out. But you have to go through the process of whatever it is you're experiencing right now to get to that point. So I'm here to give you the spiritual push that you need right over, so you can get to wherever it is you want to go. I want to see everyone succeed. I want to see everyone enjoy and happiness. That's one of my greatest desires, right? It was funny because I was talking with my oldest son the other day, and we were chatting, and I was like, and we can have some pretty in-depth conversations sometimes. He's pretty open to a lot of my spiritual stuff, which is cool, even though he thinks some of it's weird too, but he's a guy. But anyways, I was like, when I was 13 and telling my dad that was one of the most important things that I wanted in this lifetime was to be happy. And I was like, money didn't matter. None of that mattered. I wanted to know what true happiness felt like, because I had a crappy childhood. I love my parents and all, but, there were some experiences that did not bring joy. So I never got to be that happy baby, that happy kid, whatever, that I can recall. So I've always been striving to find what that happiness is. And each time I find a little bit more, I find a little bit more, I find a little bit more. It's kind of like picking up those breadcrumbs, right? Because we have to kind of unlock that happiness within ourselves, right? Because we think it's on the outside of us, really. But really, we have to be in tune with ourselves, with God. And then things happen on the outside. It's kind of a miracle how these things kind of happen. So I want you guys to tap in and feel some of that this evening, my friends. You guys are bringing in a lot of energy. We're changing up a lot of energy. I feel a lot lighter since we started talking. You guys feel lighter. You guys feel lighter in your energy. Hello, Pooja. So glad you guys could be here as well this evening. All right, you guys, I think it's a great time to have a word from my sponsor. So if you guys are interested in Feng Shui, changing up the energy maybe in your office, your home, your bedroom, your closet, whatever it might be, Marsha Morse is the lady to check out. Check out Feng Shui My Space, my friends. Thank you. Awesome. Like I said, check out fengshuimyspace.com. Give Marsha a call and change up some energy inside your four walls. Thank you, Marsha, for being a sponsor of the Joyful Finding Show. Much appreciated. Love you much. All right, my friends. Thank you all for being here. Now we're going to get into the fun part, right? I always rattle off for the first hour. Yes, any of those liking a message this evening, Don't be afraid to donate on any of those things that she just put up there on the screen for me. That'd be great. And if you guys are interested in a message this evening, I will start writing down some names and we'll see who's interested in some messages. I know Robert asked first over there on YouTube. So, Robert, I'm going to put you down as number 1 this evening. And then if anyone else is looking for a message, I will start looking back and forth to see if you guys would like a message. Pooja would like a message this evening. I'll just write down a few names first before we get rolling along. Woo-woo! All right. She wants some information on her uncle. I'll come back to that. You'll be number 2, Pooja. All right, my friends. Barbara says, yes, please. All right, Barbara. You guys are the best. You guys all want messages this evening. I love it. I love it. All right. I don't see anyone over there in Rumble saying anything yet. You guys are just all watching. I see you guys over there. All right. Then we're going to start out with Mr. Robert. All right, Robert. Robert, I feel like I got a man stepping forward for you. Like an uncle or something. And it's not confused with that because I feel like this is uncle, friend, dad, friend of dad, something. Anyways, Robert, what I'm getting for you is you need to start documenting some of the information that you're getting. Okay, because I feel like you need to go back and reference some of it. I feel like it's important for you to carry around a little spiral notebook if you don't keep notes in your phone, right? If you just jot some things down. I feel like you're getting messages that are going to tie together, but I don't think that you're getting to see how they tie together in this particular moment. So I feel like you're being given breadcrumbs, and every time you have like a little aha moment, it's almost like you need to break out your little pad of paper, you know what I mean, and write down whatever that is, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're saying that you need to document. So I don't know how you want to document that, but they're saying you need to document. So I'm going to leave that with you, Robert. Thank you. And I see Ruth would like a message, and I see Lanka would like a message. All righty then. She says I'll take one as well. All right, so I'll add you guys together on the list. All right, Pooja, you want to know about what's going on? Okay, sometimes we need to step back and be an observer rather than jump both feet in, if that makes sense. So whatever's going on in your family situation, I'm getting that it's essential that you guys kind of step back and kind of, because I feel like everyone's trying to like involve, like everybody. I feel like there's too much going on all at once. I feel like I can't listen. I don't feel like, people are listening. So whatever's taking place right now, I'm getting to step back, be the observer, and then how do we have the conversation in a different manner? I feel like different words need to be used or whatever needs to happen in that sense, okay? So something different needs to be taking place. No longer, you guys keep trying the same pattern over again, and it's not working. So I'm going to leave that with you, Pooja. All right, Miss Barbara. Woo, Barbara. You've been having fun. And you've been learning to go with the flow a little bit better. And you've been, when it is time to ask for assistance, and when it is time just to let it roll. It's like you're in this new little zone. I feel like I'm in this new zone with you, Barbara, right now. And I just feel like I'm in Zen. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I'm being observant and I'm not reacting. And I'm just being like, okay. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain what I'm feeling right now about that, Barbara, but it feels very zen and very peaceful. So that's good for you. You've also been getting lots of messages, and I'm getting there's documentation for you as well. 4 to 6 different things have been showing up for you as of late. And I'm also getting a shoe. So I don't know if you're doing more walking or whatever that means about a shoe, but I'm getting a shoe. So what does the shoe mean for you, Barbara? But good times ahead. Keep going. Yay. Have fun. So I'm going to leave that with you, Barbara. All right, Miss Ruth. Ruth Saltman. Do, 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 do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ready for a new beginning. And I got them all in twos. And then they turned into Z's. So I feel like there's an ending and a new beginning. So something new is coming for you. And there's also an ending that's coming for you. So the ending is partly where the new comes in. So I don't know if it's a new creation or if it's I don't know, you're maneuvering something. You're like, I feel like I have a Rubik's Cube, right? And I feel like I'm figuring it out. So, whatever it is, they're saying you're in the process of figuring it out. You're getting it all lined up. So, they're saying this is a go, a go, a go, a go, a go. That's a lot of a goes. Okay. So, get it going, Ruth. You got this. All right. So, I got Lanka, and let me see if anyone else wants a message. You're welcome. You're welcome, Robert. Barbara says, thank you. A shoe. I'll have to think on that one. Yes. And when you do, let me know what you come up with. And it looks like Robin wants a message too. Robin, I'm going to put your name down. Thank you, darling. Yay. Cosmic Soul Food over there. All right, you guys. All right. So I just did Ruth. Now we have Lenka. Lenka. Huh. Who says your name like that? Lenka. I do when I'm kidding around sometimes, but Lenka, there's some water, there's some emotions. So there's like, but you are stable with everything that's going on around you. And it's so funny because I feel like I'm in a canoe, not even a kayak. I'm in a canoe and I feel like I have a paddle, and this is you, right? And the waves are all around me, because there's some things that are just chaotic going on around you, right on, right? So it's like all this stuff going on, but you're like, I'm just going, I don't care. It can be whatever. I don't care. I have a place to be. I have a destination to go. And you just kind of like let it all fall to the wayside. But it's so funny because I see you in this canoe and you're kind of like grumbling under your breath because they're being so, wavy. They're being so chaotic. So I feel like this has to do more with like, I don't know what it has to do with, but I feel like work, but it's outside of work as well. So whoever's, on that realm. But have no fear. Things are going to shape up in no time. In no time. It's so funny because as I said that, I saw the underdog getting a little telephone booth. And I don't know if you've ever seen that, Lanka, since I don't know if you caught that back in the day or if they even had that in check or whatever. But, it's like the underdog. You sometimes you feel like you're the underdog, but you come out the hero. Okay. So I want you to know what a hero you are. That's what they want to tell you. What a hero you are. So I'm going to leave that with you, darling. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Robin. Robin. Okay, Robin. I got to write your name down. Robin. Singing and dancing. There's movement going on with you. I don't know if you're in the process of moving, getting rid of stuff, but there's definitely going to be movement. If you haven't moved yet, it will happen by the end of the year. It's time. It's time. It's time. There's things that need to be adjusted. Okay. So I don't know what that means exactly for you. And movement can be in a lot of different directions. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily mean where you're living in this particular moment, but there's movement in that section too. But I feel like there's movement in a lot of different areas of your life, but you have to round them all up. It's so funny because now I feel like I just took out this platter and I just put all this fruit on the outside. It's so funny because it's like, I feel like I'm decorating or something. So I feel like there's going to be like, more joy, more festivities, right? Because the fruit is like abundance to me. And it's all different colors. It's all different fruits, So there's a lot of abundance that's coming for you with all this movement that you have going on right now. So rock on, Robin. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to leave that with you, Robin. Moving and shaking, singing and dancing. All right. Anybody else? Hello, Kavita. So glad you could join us over there. Ruth says, thanks, Melissa. I love and appreciate all you do. I appreciate you too. Definitely. Aw. Definitely rough water around, but I feel centered. So all good. Yes, girlfriend. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You feeling centered even within the chaos. And that's what I mean for a lot of people. You know, it's like once we find peace within, it doesn't matter what's going on around us. It could fall all the way down, you know, and it won't matter. You know what I mean? It just won't matter. So just tap into the energy that's going within now. Find that peace within. You're also that spiritual warrior, right? So you got to remember to use that protection. Put up that bubble of protection around yourselves, okay? Super duper important that you guys remember the armor of God, the bubble, whatever you want to call it, whatever your verbiage is, because we all make our own, right? I was taught things back by mentors, and I don't use any of their words. Sometimes they made things way too long, and I was like, it doesn't need to be that long. Let's shorten this up. Our intent. It's our intent behind our words. So remember that, my friends. Intent behind my words. Pooja says, thank you, Melissa, for the message. You're very welcome. All right. Cosmic Soul says, yay, spot on. I'm ready for good things. Thank you. You're welcome. Kavita would love a message. Sure, Kavita. Why, sure. You can be next because I already went through my list. So if anybody out there wants a message, yeah, gotta let me know. All right, Kavita, let's see what's shaking in your world. I don't think I've given you a message in a while. I feel like I have not. All right, what you got going on, girl? Which way do I go? Which way do I go, Georgia? All right, I feel like you have two paths in front of you. I feel like you have some decisions to make. I feel like one path can be very joyous, and I feel like the other one is full of struggles and heartaches. So I'm getting that you need to truly tap into yourself so that you can truly trust the information, and the intuition will lead you down the correct path. I feel like you've been down this path before, so I don't know if this is someone from your past that may be stepping forward. Maybe they need to come forward and say, I'm sorry. Maybe there needs to be forgiveness there. Maybe there needs to be forgiveness with self. But I don't believe you're in a relationship, but I see the path that has the joy attached to it, that there is a beautiful relationship that joins that path with you. Okay, the other one is like searching, rather than just being. Okay, so I don't know how you get into just being, but I'm getting that being part is super duper important for you. And go back to the beginning of the show when I talked about healing and stuff, because I feel like that would be important for you as well right now, because we're all going through some kind of healing right now. And we all just want to release and allow all that. Okay, my friends? All right. All right. So I'm going to leave that with you, Kavita. All right, you guys. Anybody else out there want a message? Who else is out there? Anybody? If not, I can actually find more stuff to talk about. No problemo. I have no problem finding things to talk about. Spirit, God, lead me down roads, right? It could be from anything, right? It could be from anything. So in the coming months, right, as we finish out the rest of this year, it's going to be, like I said, a little bit roller coasty, depending on where you're at in life and how much you can handle of what's going on right now and how much truth you want to face, right? It's because it's going to be coming out. It's going to be coming out in ways we never thought of. Which is good because we've all asked for that. We've asked for whatever's been hidden from us to be brought to truth, okay? Brought to the surface so that we can see it for ourselves, so we can judge rather than what we've been told. Because a lot of things that we've been told are a bunch of malarkey, okay? So it's funny because I read all these things now. It brings me back to this post I saw today, right? I saw this post and it says, you know, if you're a teacher, the kids in your class don't know your your political affiliation or who you care about or whatever. And I remember this to be true, right? Because I remember this, and this came up recently because I don't usually remember high school a whole lot, right? So I remember I walked into my history class and we had some election going on or whatever. And I sat down with the guy and I'm like, so who are you voting for? And he goes, I'm not telling you. I said, okay, why not? He goes, I do not want to influence you with what I believe. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'm thinking about it now. Back then I was like, well, why wouldn't he tell me? You know what I mean? But now I understand why so much more, right? We never used to tell people who we were voting for. We would just do it, right? But there's been this whole divide going on now. This pull back and forth, kind of like that dough I was talking about before. But we have to all work together to make dough. We are all the ingredients for the pizza pie or whatever we're making, a loaf of bread or whatever. I don't know why it's dough today. Dough could also be money, so we're made of that too. But see again how words can play different meanings, right? Dough, bread, dough, money. So how many other words have multiple meanings? See how everything kind of rolls back around and makes sense at the end? I love how this stuff happens. It just amazes me sometimes. Where was I going with all that? I don't know where I was going with all that. Jeez, squirrels. I just got busted myself out there. Oh, Jamie would love a message. Good thing I looked over there. Hello, Jamie. Good hearing from you today. I look forward to chatting with you. All right, Jamie. Jamie. Oh, this is funny. Okay, so I got the words for you. Jamie, bigger is always better. So I don't know who's telling you this, but I almost feel like this is Mo, right? Because we talked about her today. So I feel like she popped up. I think she brought the fairies in earlier too as well. But Jamie, bigger is always better. So I don't know if what you're planning is not big enough or if there's more included or whatever it is, but whoever it is, bigger is always better. Okay, because you think outside the box and you're just going to continue to do that. But there's also some things that you are switching up. I feel like there's some things that are like, or there's partnerships, or there's things that are going on, which is a good thing because I feel like it's collaborative, right? It's like making the best for everybody. So that's kind of amazing. And they're also showing me like a lottery. I don't know what this is about, but I feel like I'm at a bingo, when they roll the balls around. So I don't know who you played bingo with or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like this is a grandmother figure that liked bingo a long time ago or whatever. But I'm getting bingo, bingo, bingo. And then I'm getting the song Bingo was his name. Oh, so why am I getting all this weird stuff with you, Jamie? You're just like all over the place. All this energy is going on for you. So you have a lot of different things that are coming all together. Like, I feel like, I don't know if you've done this. Well, I feel like you've done a rough draft, but I mean, I feel like there's like some kind of like, I'm drawing and then I keep adding, right? Like there's like say this whole thing is like your warehouse and then there's like more buildings, or I don't know. It's so weird because I almost see like this it's like this big open air kind of like market thing, but not flea markety like, you know what I mean? Different. But it also has different departments, and I don't know. I feel like you're like going to create like the new mall. Oh, the new malls, whatever that is. But it's whatever it is, there's a lot of creativity that's going on, and it's just amazing. So just keep rocking on because you just keep adding. You think you're done, and then we're adding another space. We're like, oh, that'll fit too. So you need some space. All right. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you for being here. That was awesome, awesome, awesome. I appreciate all of you for being here, and I appreciate giving you all the messages that you are, because a lot of you can take a lot of those messages that he even just gave to anybody here this evening If they resonate with you, please take that information for yourself. Please, if it resonates with you, if anything resonates with you, take it as yours in this moment. And if it doesn't, toss it to the curb. Okay, I only want you guys to take what resonates with you and then pop the rest of the curb, because you're supposed to believe in yourselves, my friends. My friends, my friends. Okay, so they wanted me to talk some more. Unless anybody else wants a message. Anybody else want a message? We have like 9 minutes left, so we have some time. We have a little time. Right on, Jamie says. Yes, 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 yes. You're just like the little bing, bing, bing. You remind me of, as soon as you get like a good idea, you remind me of the Jack in the Box, and you just pop out, and then there's like the idea, and then it just like kind of comes. Like she's a manifester. That's what she does. She's a manifester. So, whoa. What are you guys creating for yourselves? Okay. So August is going to move by pretty fast. Okay. I feel like the rest of this year is just going to slide on by. It's going to be like a blink of an eye, like every Friday is. When I come back and it's Friday again, I'm like, oh my God, it's Friday again. Like, I don't know how it feels like the days aren't even as long as they used to be at all. So it's going to go by super fast. I want you guys to pay attention to what's going on in your communities, with your people, your neighbors. This is how we all come together. We can come together online as our online communities, but we also have to know what's going on in our neighborhoods. Okay, we need to know what's going on down the street. We need to know what's going on. Speaking of that, have you guys noticed, only because this has been brought to my attention as of late, but the crime that's been taking on even here in Sarasota, have you guys noticed more crime where you live? Have you noticed that there's more, just like more chaos? There's just more chaos. That's what it turns out to be. And so we're just going to be the calm and the chaos and put up our beautiful protections, because all of this is coming to light for a reason. And I just send out love to all those that are affected by all the craziness that's happening out there. Again, that goes along with the healing that we sent out in the beginning. Remember, we threw out baseballs worth of energy that's kind of like sprinkled out into the fairy dust, right? And it's going in all directions now, in every which direction. Doesn't matter where you guys are. It's all going out. We're connecting in with each other. If we're all like throwing it far enough, and you are throwing this energy far enough so that it affects all the people across the land, so they can heal in whatever they need to heal in this moment, if that's what they're asking for. We are sending out the assistance that those that are asking for it need. Okay, so anyone that's asking for any kind of assistance in their healing, we're sending that out to them so they feel it right now, right in this very moment. And it will continue until they feel completely healed, if they so desire. Again, it comes down to individual choice, right? It comes down to the choices. It's just like with the gentleman I was speaking with last night, and his situation is very similar to me and my ex, and how they made decisions that were not for their highest and best selves, but that was the path that they chose, right? Sometimes people choose the hardest path, and they think it's going to be the easiest. They think it's like escaping or running away, or it's just going to be a little while, and then it turns out to be 20, 30 years worth of experience, right? So we're sending out this energy even to all of those that need to heal from whatever it is that they need to heal from, right? Sometimes it's trauma, drama, whatever. It could be financial situations, whatever. Yeah, more people are committing suicide too. Let's send out a lot of love for that too, right? Because everyone's in a hard situation right now. Earth is not the easiest planet to live on. And you guys, we've experienced that through this. This is not the easiest experience. We had to relearn everything, and we're still learning. And it doesn't matter how old we are, but we have a lot to learn. But don't give up your faith. Don't give up Don't give up. Just send out that loving energy, and hopefully it will assist those, and people will get whatever it is that they're asking for in that moment so that they spare themselves. But again, everybody has a choice, and these might be lessons for themselves or for others. So no judgment, but I just want to send out a lot of love to all the people out there, because a lot are hurting, and we're here to assist those as we move forward. Many of you are definitely in tune enough so that you guys are here to assist those that are going to be disappointed or shocked by some of the things that they learn as the truth comes to the surface. Many of us have been prepared through the years for this, and we've been waiting for this time, this very divine time, and we all ready to step up and be of assistance to those that need it. We will be the helping hand. We're not going to be the ones that I told you so. We're going to be the ones that need to assist, because that's how we rebuild what we've lost, right? And we lost it a long time ago. It hasn't even been here in this lifetime. We've been trying to create it here, there, and everywhere a little bit, but it's kind of been manipulated. But we're no longer going to be manipulated anymore. We're starting to wake up to our true selves. We're being open with ourselves. We're being open with our people. We're being better about our lives, right? Our human being. A lot of you take a lot of great pride in your body and are good about self-care. Some of us aren't. So remember, don't forget self-care. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Okay? Because we can get so busy taking care of everybody else. You got to find the balance. Okay? You got to find the time to take care of yourself as well. Whether it's nutrition, sleep, whatever it is. And I feel like a lot of you out there might be getting a lot of sleep lately. I feel like some of you have been tired, maybe falling asleep a little bit early or whatever. And sleep is really good for you, and sleep is good for healing. Okay, so when you need to nap or you need to sleep, it's also helping you to heal. Okay, well, hello, first name, last name. I think you've been here before. And I think you have a real name. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Can you give me a reading related to E and I? They're both vowels. I'm just being funny right now. Yes, once before. I knew you were here before. Can I just have your first name? I don't need the other person's first name. I just need yours, so I can get into your energy. And I'd be happy to give you a message. So as all the old structures are falling, you guys are starting to step into your power, which is super important. All right, Jessica. Thank you for letting me have your name. Jessica and E. I feel like there's questions about the relationship, the friendship, whatever it might be. I don't even know what to define it as in this moment, but I feel like there needs to be better communication. I feel like there's confusion on both sides. So I feel like that you guys have to talk to each other, or there's misunderstanding going on, because I'm getting question marks. You know what I mean? So I feel like you need to sit down and just chit chat with them. And have a true conversation about what it is that you would like to happen. Okay. So that's what I get for you, Jessica. Communication is key. And we're about ready to wrap up this hour. Oh my gosh. This hour went by so fast. Oh, thank you. It was a fantastic show. Woo-hoo. So yeah, you guys just keep rocking it out of the park. Do your healing, do your self-care this week. I feel like self-care this week is super important, okay? So whether you just take the day off, whatever it is, take a bath, rejuvenate in whatever way is peaceful to you, go to the beach, whatever. Just do some self-care for yourself, because like I said, the rest of this year is going to whiz right by, and 2025 is going to be here before you know it. And we want to be in the best shape that we are, because we have a lot of things to create together, my friends. We're going to create joy and happiness. And I'm so excited about that. So you guys have an amazing week. Keep shining bright. Be the bright, shiny star that you are, guiding those around you, illuminating in the darkness, so that we can all see as we create beauty together. Love you guys. See you next Friday.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.